thought I'd take a minute to share something with everybody on this Crossfire. If you're having a little bit of blue smoke on startup, first thing people want to suggest is valve seals, and I'm not saying you would not have bad valve seals. You know, that's something you'd have to look into on your own. But one thing I wanted to share was one of the first things I got straightened out when I got this Crossfire. It had terrible engine oil. It was black. It was just a mess. I actually did like 2 or 3 oil changes on it, and ran it quite a bit, trying to clean it all out. But I still had a little bit of oil, a little bit of blue smoke on startup. I kind of had a pretty good idea it was not the valve seals on this particular car, because the guy told me that they did put, one of the things they did is they did do the valve seals on the car. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I figured, you know, he's telling me the truth until I know better. But one of the things I found out is, one of the things that I did first was I rebuilt this entire Thermax system, all the way down to the throttle body to base gaskets, throttle body to base gaskets. I went through the factory service manual, and I did everything. I worked on this entire system, a new air filter, the proper air filter, made sure all the damper doors are working, the stovepipe, everything. Every single thing that goes in with the Thermax system I went through with a fine-tooth comb, and I worked every problem out. And one of the things I found on the positive crankcase ventilation system on a Crossfire is this teeny tiny little insignificant filter right here, goes on the passenger side valve cover, just underneath the snorkel right here. What happens on this Crossfire, being it's a sealed circulating air system. The air comes in, fresh air comes in through the snorkels, and then it's circulated down through these tubes that go all the way over into the crankcase and down into the PCV valve. And a lot of people say, you know, change your PCV valve if you have smoking, that'll help. And they're right, it does. Put a new PCV valve in there, make sure your hoses are all sealed up real good and everything. But this is the one thing right here. I had just a teeny tiny little bit of smoke on startup, and this filter right here is what you're going to have blow by, which is on any engine, which is tiny droplets of oil that get mixed in with the air mixture. You know, just a little bit of oil coming up past the pistons and getting mixed in with the air. This has a little sponge type filter down inside of it. And this filter is what filters out the oil droplets that get accumulated in your airflow inside of your Thermax system. If you're having a little bit of oil, I strongly suggest you take a look at this first. They're inexpensive, and this could very well eliminate that problem.